Public blockchains are transparent by design. That's a feature for decentralization, but a deal breaker for banks, asset managers, and institutions that can't expose sensitive financial workflows to open view. Now, Sui Network is breaking the trade-off. It has launched Sui Spheres, a new architecture that allows enterprises to run private, permissioned workflows on-chain while still connecting to a live, public blockchain. Sui Spheres are not sidechains or off-ramps. They are embedded execution zones within the Sui network where multi-party transactions can run with selective visibility. Only authorized participants see the data. Yet, these spheres remain anchored to the broader Sui ecosystem, meaning they inherit security, composability, and access to public liquidity when needed. In practical terms, a consortium of banks could settle a trade, a supply chain could track a shipment, or a fund could execute a redemption. All on-chain, all private, all compliant. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The result is a hybrid model, the auditability of blockchain without the exposure of full public transparency. From a technical standpoint, the innovation lies in how spheres are structured. They are not separate blockchains. They are controlled execution environments that operate under customizable rules. Participants are verified. Access is gated, but the underlying consensus and security come from the main Sui network. This means institutions get the benefits of decentralization, tamper resistance, uptime, and audit trails without sacrificing compliance. Why this matters now is simple. Institutions are moving into crypto, but not on public terms. Grayscale, Franklin Templeton, and Van Eck are already building on Sui. 21 Shares and Canary Capital have filed with the SEC to launch Sui ETFs. These aren't experiments, they're infrastructure plays, and they demand a network that can handle both performance and privacy. Sui's underlying architecture is uniquely suited for this. As a delegated proof-of-stake layer 1, it uses the Move programming language and an object-based data model that enables parallel transaction execution. That means it can process thousands of transactions simultaneously, not one after another. For financial workflows, where speed, finality, and scale are non-negotiable, this is critical. The stakes are high. If Sui gain traction, they could become the default infrastructure for tokenized assets, private equity settlements, or cross-border payments among regulated entities. And this is a big but adoption depends on real-world validation. Sui says the initiative is already in development with a small group of partners, though it hasn't named them. That means we're in the pre-production phase. The next signal to watch is whether any of those partners announce live use cases in the coming months. Without public demonstrations, Sui remain a promising concept, not proven infrastructure. Another uncertainty, how regulators will view this model. The SEC is already reviewing Sui ETF filings. If Sui enable institutions to bypass transparency norms under the guise of privacy, it could draw scrutiny. But if they're used to enhance compliance, say by creating immutable, auditable records with controlled access, they could actually align with regulatory goals. The difference lies in implementation, not design. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Sui represent more than a technical upgrade. They're a strategic move to position Sui as the backbone for regulated finance on-chain. The network is no longer just another layer 1. It's becoming a hybrid platform where public innovation meets private execution. And with Franklin Templeton, Grayscale, and Canary Capital all active in the ecosystem, the institutional pipeline is real. The final takeaway. Sui solve a core paradox: how to run private workflows on a public blockchain. They don't hide from the network, they integrate with it selectively. That's a new paradigm for enterprise blockchain. The next few months will test whether this model scales beyond early partners. Watch for the first public deployment. That's when the theory becomes reality.